Let me holler at you guys real quick. You might hear my computer completely huffing and puffing back there, trying to render a video. I need a new computer for my office. I really do. I'll get onto it eventually. But I was talking to one of my students today, and it sparked a common theme idea for a video. So I want to talk about it. I've been in a relationship for quite some time personally, and I've been out of the dating game for a little while. I do know, I'm going to preface all the shit that I'm going to talk in a minute with, I do know the game has changed with dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, all these other apps. I understand that many people use those, and many people don't go out in person like I used to do, which has its, it's completely like, you can get so many, people interested in you with the online stuff, and it's just numbers, right? Approaching people in person takes more effort, time. You gotta be there in person. You gotta look decent. You gotta have to cut your hair, shit like that. There's a lot more effort that takes place in person. That goes to show you the society and where society is heading. Little effort, So the one thing I want to point out is so many of you guys are dating unavailable women. Now, again, a lot of these women, when they're getting out of relationships, or they're, see what women will do too, and I'll come back to this in a sec, when they're about, when they lose their love for their boyfriend or husband, they'll put themselves out there. They'll put themselves back on the market. You guys will see these women and you won't know that they're coming out of a relationship, right? That's why you guys have to be very, very educated when it comes to attraction and body language and how women are. Because a woman who is emotionally ready to give herself, she will be acting a specific way. A woman who's not, a woman who's coming out of a relationship, out of a marriage, they're going to act completely different. They'll be very hot and cold. The reason why is when they're coming out of a marriage, a relationship, they're going to miss that person. They're going to miss their ex-husband. They're going to miss their ex-boyfriend, right? The ex-boyfriend might even still be in the picture. So you have to be watching her body language and her actions. And eventually she's going to reveal to you at some point, maybe she will, maybe she won't. Sometimes they don't, that she's coming out of a relationship. Sometimes they do. Some girls do that. They're like, yeah, I'm coming out of something. And, and what do guys all do? Okay, it's all right. Oh, yeah, it's okay. You want to know why? Because guys these days are so desperate to make a relationship happen, to get love, to get pussy, whatever it is. They'll ignore red flags. What guys, go pick up Unplugged Alpha by Rich Cooper. Please. He's got a perfect section on red flags. If you ignore red flags, it's your fault if you come out of the other side bruised because you're like, oh, this girl's crazy, or this girl's this, or this girl's that. And the red flags are usually right up in your face the entire time. One of my students was going through this, and he's like, yeah, because he started seeing a new girl. So he's been in my coaching program for quite some time. But still, sometimes students have this old way of thinking, and they don't tell me what they're doing all the time. Because again, I'm not up their ass, and they're not up my ass. They ask me questions, and the more questions you ask me, the better it is for you, right? But I'm not chasing you guys down. So I tell you guys what to learn, what to read, ask me shit. I'm there for you. But students go off and do their own thing. So he's dating a new girl. He's talking to me and he's like, hey, like, what's going on here? What happened? And then we get down to the core of it. She's coming out of a relationship. And I told him, like, don't do this. Go out with emotionally available. Look, and guys, it's rare. It's rare. It's hard. They're hard to find. They're hard to find. But they're out there. They're out there. See, if you want to make it work with a woman like this, you have to be stronger than her ex-boyfriend. You have to be stronger than any other guy that she is seeing if she puts herself out there back on the market. That is what you're dealing with. You have to be stronger emotionally. You have to care about the relationship being successful less than she does. And she's going to be, dudes, fellas, out, all of you guys, women have so many more options that why would they care about you and her working out when they have abundance? This is why you guys need to develop an abundance mindset. When you're out there dating, go out with emotionally available women. Vet them, talk to them, take time to get to know them, spin plates. Look, I'm all for the red pill stuff and spinning plates and doing all that stuff. I'm not against it at all. Actually, I love that idea, because what happens is if you spin plates, you're going to figure out which woman, first of all, you're going to see if you like them. But then you're going to see who is acting more normal? Does she seem emotionally available? A woman coming out of a relationship, she's going to be raw. She's going to be hot, cold, up, down, and then she'll be super. And then you're left here holding your dick, going, everything was fine a week ago." The biggest lesson to take away from this is abundance mindset. Spin plates until you see a woman. And that's difficult, guys. Dating multiple women, right? At some point, you will get tired, and you're going to want to hang out with one or two chicks, okay? But again, I've been out of the dating game for a little bit. You guys might notice. But here, the fundamentals are still the same. Date people who are ready to date you. And then what will happen is it will flourish perfectly. So make sure you're educated on... Look, there's like 5 books you need. And right off the top of my head, you need Rich Cooper's book, Unplugged Alpha. You need How to Be a 3% Man, Atomic Attraction, Letting Go by David Hawkins. That one's for emotions. Many of you guys are far too emotional. Oh, there's actually so many. No More Mr. Nice Guy. Many of you guys are far too nice. Many of you guys are pushovers. Many of you guys care too much about women and relationships, and instead of just building your own life that you want, building your own bubble, building your own economy, right? Building up your finances. I know many of you guys don't know how to do that, and many of you guys need a little bit more help, and that's what my coaching is for. But I want you guys to decide to get really good at one or two things and make content about it. Just do something. Do something where you get really good at one or two things. This concept is in Hard Times Create Strong Men. That concept is in there. And when you are really, really good at one or two things, you can help other people become good at that same thing, make a lot of money. Business buying strategies is looking pretty cool, and I can't wait to really get started. And I'm going to talk to you guys more about that. And if it goes really, really well, I'll have a channel about YouTube and that. I want to make a kind of like a lifestyle channel where I talk about how I make all the money that I make and what I do to learn more, and talk about mentorship and stuff like that. And that'll be cool. Like, comment, subscribe. Check down below for coaching and all that. If you have any questions, how to reach me is in the description box. And watch whatever shit pops up here. Done.